Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, a beautiful Monday morning. April's turning out to be a pretty decent month. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I know that I did. And we're back at it here again at the shop. We have a lot in store today. We have a bunch of deck installs as well as a full install, I believe, on another vehicle. And I'll guide you guys through that. I have a couple of questions for you though. I'm kind of contemplating whether or not I'm going to remove the tint on the 300. And the reason why I want to remove the tint is, first off, I've got a lot of car audio equipment in there, and I often take this thing to either shows or want to show somebody, and you know, it's kind of hiding, you know, behind the tint. You can't really see any of it behind the tint, right? And the tint is quite old, and in some places it's peeling up. And when I first got this car years ago, I put that tint on, and you know, there's little spaces like this on it where, you know, like deep in the corner there, if you guys can see that, there's, you know, it's kind of falling off there in the corners, and you know, it's kind of hiding all my work. So I'm thinking I would like to remove the tint, but you guys can tell me what you think. Keep the tint on or remove the tint. Let me know. In any case, Damien's over here. I'm not sure if you guys remember that Audi that we were working on the other day. Had a dripping line output converter there, an LC2. He's just taking it apart because he wants to see how badly foobarred it was. So what's going on inside there?
It's just gonna slide out, but it's pretty tight in there.
Is it? I mean, it's already broken. Just take a fucking pair of pliers to her, bud. There you go. Let's see what's inside the LC2. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, dear Lord. Here, we'll just take that off.
Yeah, just shave that off. We just want to see what happened to it, right? I mean, the thing was literally dripping in water in the back of that brand new Audi. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. So she's just corroded all over the place.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, all up in there. All those little circuitries and stuff are all just corroded. All your potentiometers there are screwed.
Oh.
Bottom of it's all rusty. So I mean, yeah, clearly it doesn't work. So this thing, I mean, do you want to keep this, Damien, or do you want to throw it in the garbage?
Yeah, I think we're gonna chuck it.
I think we're gonna chuck it. So I mean, we replaced that with a brand new one, and obviously it worked after, and then we mounted it in a place where you know, there's not gonna be any water and that kind of thing. But it makes you curious again, all these brand new vehicles with water dripping in them. Anyhow, so when there's other stuff going on at the shop here, I'll fill you in. I have to go to Princess Auto today and get a new hose reel, because this one is on its way out and I've repaired it one too many times. And you know, I come into the shop in the morning and my compressor's just going off because the end falls off all the time. So these were pretty cheap. They were like 50 bucks a Canadian Tire, but the Princess Auto ones are a lot better, I think. So we'll check that out when they get here. And yeah, so sunny day outside, guys, and we'll catch up with you soon. Dash kit here. I got it in, everything's sounding really good, but I need to figure out a way to get that bottom part to hang in there a bit better, because it's just being held on by those two bolts at the top there. So I'm also on my way to Princess Auto. I need to pick up a new hose reel, and I'm also going to go to FACA Fasteners and pick up a couple of Christmas tree plugs. I'll show you what I'm talking about when I get back, but basically I think I'm gonna either glue them in place or fiberglass them in place at the bottom of the dash kit, so that way I get the bottom part to really stick in there. So.
Okay, now picture little Bobby just a young run around with his man. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody. Yeah, like get your hope of witness, God is my witness, a witness, but on the.
Right, so I'm done at FACA Fasteners here, and now we're on our way to Princess Auto. Got all my little fasteners there. I was a pain in the butt. I was there for like 25 minutes, but they always seem to have everything I'm looking for in stock. So, anywho, I'll see you at the Princess Auto. All right, so the one that I was looking for here that was on sale for 69 bucks for the hose reel is not here. They are out of stock on it. So we are going back to the shop, boys. Got too much stuff going on today. Be running around to several different Princess Autos to figure out where the hell I can get this hose reel. For now, I'll just jerry rig the one that I got and make it work, because I got a busy day ahead of me here, so I'll see you guys back at the shop.
Everybody bleed.
What was this thing, guys? This was like 59 bucks on sale or whatever, but they got the really good ones on sale there for 69 bucks from like $2.99. So I'm not gonna run around all over town today and try to find one of those, and they said they'll have them back in stock tomorrow, hopefully. So we're gonna be doing a deck install there, I believe, on that Pontiac Uplander van, and I'll hit you back when we're doing that. Oh, in the meantime, I guess Craig's here with a Delica. He's having some issues with some turn signals, so we're gonna help diagnose that for him. If you guys haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you should. He's got a pretty awesome video on there with the Toyota Harrier that I've shown you guys here several times. So just make sure you hit up that link and give him a nice comment so he knows that you came from me. All right, thanks guys. So here's my idea about the dash kit on this thing here. And the idea is I'm going to use these two holes right here. I'm going to enlarge those a little bit. And then I'm going to use these push pins. I'm going to put them inside the hole and then line up the dash kit in front of it. Put a little dab of something or other on the back end of this so it lines up on the back of the dash kit in here and on the other side. And then I'll know where to drill the end of this into the dash kit, and then I'll epoxy it in place so when I slide it in, these little push pins will go into the holes here, and that'll hold the bottom side of the dash kit in place. On that Pontiac Uplander there, we got a DDX 394 going into it. I accidentally just dropped these dash kits and harnesses here on the floor. Those are all the pieces there, and Damien is going to go ahead and do that while I enlarge some holes. Big hole. Now is that those little push pins are in there. I can now push the dash kit in. I'm going to put a little bit of body fill on the ends of those, so I know where to mark my holes on the dash kit. And of course I don't want to use anything that's silicone or oil based to dab on there, so I know where everything's going to go, because the epoxy won't stick to it otherwise. I've stuck the dash kit in there. As you can see, there's a couple of little marks, one there and one on the other side. So now I know to drill a hole there and a hole there and mount those little tabs into the holes. I got my little holes drilled, and those little push pins there will now line up with those holes in the dash. I got my little pins here epoxied in place, and just trying to hold this one straight-ish before, there we go. And then this side's also epoxied in. So now when I throw this dash kit in, it's not just gonna be held in by these two bolts. I'll be able to push those straight through those little holes there, and it'll hold the bottom part inside. I guess we'll check out what Damien's doing over here. Looks like he's got the whole thing apart. And looks like he's already got his wiring harness all hooked up as well. Look at that. Very nice. And over here, it looks like we've got the dash kit already pre-assembled. Things looking really nice there. I think he's still got to mount his Bluetooth mic. Just make sure you don't touch that thing over there, Craig. It's hardening. Got this kind of set in place here temporarily with some tape, just so, you know, it holds its position where I want it to go. That side over there seems to be doing just fine and dandy. And what's going on with Craig? We're fighting? Fighting with this freaking Delica? Weird issue. Turns on the turn signals and they just stay on. They don't blink. So he'll figure that part of it out. And in the meantime, I'm going to fix up some of the wiring in the 300's dash, vacuum some of that metal shavings out of there, and get prepared to throw that deck in there once and for all. All right, so that epoxy has dried, and I've organized the wiring on the back of the head unit, as well as behind the dash. Looks like Damien's wrapping this baby up here real nice. So I am going to go ahead and throw this head unit permanently inside the dash of the 300 and be done with it. As you can see, that worked beautifully, and she's nice and trimmed up and nicely sitting in the dash there, and she's permanent, guys, so she's not going to move around on me, and she's looking really good. So guess I can call that one a quits. So the car's all done finally. I'm actually going to get some wash stuff because tonight there's a car meet, and I'm going to go to that and get some car footage for tomorrow's video. But in the meantime, I've got a diagnostic on that Sonata there. I guess it's got a factory backup camera that's not working, so we'll go ahead and diagnose that. So So what they got going on here is a factory head unit and an aftermarket camera, which wasn't the nicely installed camera in the world. So we're going to begin by taking apart all this and taking a look at the wiring. Oh, it looks like they got some wiring here, as you can see, and it's just kind of dangling in there. And there was another piece right here that kind of just fell out as I was taking it apart. So I don't know what's going on here, so we're going to take this thing apart all the way and figure that out. What they've done is they have wired in an aftermarket camera onto the factory harness here and did a real shit job of it. And you know, mounted the bracket here as well. Just a real poor job, guys. So we're going to try to see if there's some way to repair this. I don't think there is. I think the best option here is to probably replace it with another factory camera. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put another aftermarket camera on at the customer's request, and we're not putting any guarantees on it, but you know, it's pretty exposed to the elements, and he doesn't want to go to the factory and get another factory camera, so we're going to end up just putting another camera in the factory location and doing a little bit of a nicer job wiring it up if we can. But first thing we got to do is get rid of this bracket, but again, it's also rusty that it's having a hard time coming off, so get back at you in a little bit. Got my harness made up here. Did a little better job than the last guy, obviously. And we're gonna mount all this stuff inside of here instead of having it so exposed to all the elements sitting back here. We're actually gonna run all that wiring back through like so. And then we're gonna put this on the inside and then just run the camera wiring up by itself. And that'll keep it nice and protected from the elements, and should last a little longer than the last guy's install. So we're just going to put that right there in that hole and hot glue her in. Okay, so our camera's in place, and again, it's not the prettiest job in the world, just kind of mimicked what the other guy did for mounting it, but we made it a little bit nicer, obviously. And then instead of running our wires back here where it's going to be exposed to the elements, we actually have them ran inside of the car to protect them from the elements. So the camera longevity should last a little longer, I would hope. And you know, it's no factory camera, but you know, at the customer's request, we'll do that kind of thing for them, I guess. So factory camera, $850, aftermarket camera, $99. So I guess we'll see what happens, guys. So that wraps this job up here. Again, not typically something I like doing, but you know, at the customer's request, if he says, yeah, you know what, I don't want to spend $900 on a factory camera to replace the one that was in there, then you know, obviously I'll warn him of all the you know, all the things that could potentially go wrong, and you know, kind of give him a heads up, hey, you know, this may not last that long or whatever. But in the case of this car, it was already kind of foobarred because they put an aftermarket camera in the factory camera's location. They didn't do a very good job of it at first, and now that we've done it, you know, it's a much better job. But again, can't really put much of a warranty on that, right? I'm not sure how you explain that to the customer, but you know, you basically just say, hey, you know, the aftermarket camera that's in there, you know, it's a decent job, it looks good, we've soldered it and done all of our, you know, due diligence to make sure it lasts as long as it can, but you know, we can't give like a year warranty on that type of work. And of course, we'll fill the customer in on that. So I'm just in the car now, and I'm going to start this baby up, and we'll have a look at what she looks like. And you know, not too bad. You know, it looks pretty decent. Looks like a factory installed camera. You know, it doesn't look too bad. You know, it's not 100% straight, but you know, that is what it is, right? You know, it has the steering guidance lines and that kind of thing as well, which kind of works out decently. So there you go, guys. So Damien's working away on a set of speakers over there, so I'll catch up with him in a minute after I pull this car out, and I'll show you what's going on over there. Yeah, not too bad of an image. Not too bad. Planning on taking the 300 out today to the 519 Drives meet, but the weather went from 0 to 100 real quick. Alright guys, so set of speakers in a G5 here, fairly straightforward, nothing too complicated. We're just doing a set of front door speakers on this. You guys have seen that a million times. So carrying on, I think that's going to be the video for today. Craig found the relay to be the fault over there on the Delica for the turn signals, and that's great. So things are working out well here today. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing and liking the videos, and if you guys could give the video a good thumbs up, that'd be really appreciated, guys. So until tomorrow, hope you guys have a wonderful evening and take care. Thanks, guys. Take care. Goodbye. If I don't see you, good morning, good evening, and good night.